Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien on Sunday, August 22nd, 2021, here at the activities room, or torture room, I should say, of the Springs of Park Hill, our city, Florida. Sitting in for Paul Harvey. Stand by for commentary. Well, Americans, sitting in for Paul Harvey this morning, this is a commentary that he would probably be wrestling with before he actually did it. And I could understand why. He was a patriotic American. And he tried to warn you guys, time and time again, from his first broadcast in the 60s till his death in 2009. He never ceased to try to get to you. Did he? I don't think so. I think he had as much luck as I'm having with you. But, Mr. Harvey, if you're up there with the boss, I know you may not like this commentary. I'm sitting in the chair for you. But I'll have to do it anyway, and it's entitled, Do Americans Hate Their Country? There was an article by Fox News, either commentator or someone that subs in for them for somebody else. His name is Kelsey Coburg. It's a he. I found out it's a he. I did a blog, and you can look at Spotify, and you'll find my blogs in there. There's 8 episodes of them. Okay. And I did a blog on this same subject over there, but I figured I'll do it on YouTube too. And he was writing an article saying, do Americans hate their country? And he said it's more complicated than that, but he didn't understand what the problem was. And here's the problem, Americans. You have grown to have too big of a government that you want everything done for you, without you lifting a finger to do anything for yourselves. That is kind of dangerous. That's what cost Rome. That's what cost Greece, Mesopotamia, and Egypt their respective empires. And to a certain extent, that's what caused the British Empire to collapse. The Spanish Empire, they got bloated on the backs of other people. Same with the Dutch East Indies Company. They got so bloated it wasn't terrible. But coming back to you Americans, do you really hate your country? The true Americans, and there's very few of them today, I would say you got to be in the 70s and 80s to be called a true American, because the generations that came after you, you could care less about this country. But those guys who grew up in the Depression and World War II and halfway through Korea, you guys understand what an American is, because there were sacrifices made by your parents and grandparents to get you to where you were then. But the baby boomers, my generation, messed it up because they started going the other way. The Gen Xers that came after that, and then the millennials contributed to the mess we're in today. Now we got the generation Y and Z that are going to have to put up with this and somehow or another bail themselves out. It's going to be a tough order for them because we left them a pretty big mess. But no, there's no people that hate America, because there's no Americans left to hate. Once the generation of the baby boomers is over, there will be no generation of Americans. There will be people that come in here, enclaves from other countries, with their own baggage. So there will be no America to hate. It'll just be a country you got to dismantle and be like the Afghans. One tribe here, one tribe there, enclave over here, enclave over there. Because the flag will mean nothing. The national anthem will mean nothing. Territory would mean nothing. Do you understand what I mean, Americans? Whether you're slash this or slash that, it's about time for you to take the slash out. Stop giving money to your relatives wherever you come from. You came here, you wanted to be a permanent resident, you wanted to reside and live in the United States. Therefore, you claim the United States as your adopted country. If you didn't, then you should tell them you want to go back home. Okay? And you should sit together with the Americans that are still here, and they're a minority, and say, what did you guys want your state when they joined the union to get from the union? Have we got what we needed from the union? Do we need more? Can we supply the union with more than we are supplying now to other states? Because there are some states that have something that other states need, and other states that have something that other states want. It's not the case of, I want it, but I don't need it, therefore I must have it. That is what you have in America today. I want it, I don't need it, but therefore I must have it. That includes political, social, and economic problems. And then you got your pigmentation issues and your faction issues, your political issues, your religious issues, which you have to sit down and get rid of. And it's not going to be overnight. Like I told you, my civilization took centuries to get rid of them. Do we still tell our children about it? Yes. We got videos that we put on every generation. This is the way it used to be. And why are we today where we are? Well, look at these videos and find out for yourselves. Do 100% of them say, yippee, we're glad we are where we are? No. Will 100% of you guys say, yippee, we don't like, or we like what we're going to do, so yippee yahoo? No. You'll have a dissent, but make sure that dissent and discourse only goes to 5%. And then you take those 5% and don't shut them out. You say, okay, you dissent, but why? Because of this? We'll try to correct this and meet you halfway if you meet us halfway. But if you still don't like us, we'll find a home for you somewhere. And some of those people come back because once we find a home with the people that think like them, they don't like it and they come back. Oh, well, why? This is what you thought. Oh, yeah. But I found out that the grass is not greener at the other end. This is something you have to do, Americans. And to Mr. Kelsey Kohlberg, I think that's his last name, and the people at Fox News, when you put an article in there, make sure you research it right. You got a lot of issues here in America, and you're going to compound it by bringing in Afghans because they don't understand what's coming on. There was this one Afghan I saw about a week ago on CNN or Fox, I forget which one it was. He's a gay guy, and he's a dead duck at Afghanistan because nobody over there likes gay guys. Remember here, for their first 190 some years, you didn't like gay guys. I mean, you would kill them. Some people would hang them. There was a people in Wyoming not too long ago, they hanged this poor guy who was in his 20s in Wyoming because he was gay. That's because you hated them. Hate. You don't understand why they're gay? What makes them gay? Are they different from you? No. They got the same problems that you do. Same with the he, she, he's, and what's-its. And whatever pigmentation issues you have, you got the same problems that anybody else does. But do you sit down together and say, hey, we're not that far different from each other. We just got to remember to take our issues, put them aside, and work together. This is your favorite alien, sitting in for Paul Harvey this morning. When is the light bell going to ring in America? Good day.